Hello, happy Thursday. My name is Catherine Hood. Some of you may know me as Coach Catherine. We've worked together maybe in the past or current or future. Anyways, my passion is helping anyone that's facing any sort of challenge or barrier or struggling. But one of my deep dive topics that I love and extremely is heartfelt and near and dear to my heart is type 2 diabetes. So I usually do these for those that are in different communities of mine that are struggling with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, but I like to address topics that are requested, or sometimes I just pick one that I feel needs to be talked about for that week. And I share it with you, hoping that you have one large takeaway that helps or supports you, or maybe someone that you're trying to help that has type 2 diabetes, or maybe is type 2 diabetic or pre diabetic. I know that it's on the rise, it's bigger and becoming more of an issue, especially over this last year. So I hope that this is helpful. And if it is, please reach out to me or comment below because I'd love to hear from you. Any takeaways or something that's helping or benefiting you. But definitely feel free to reach out to me. I love hearing from you. But let's go ahead with today's topic. Today I decided to talk about moving more with diabetes. So, moving more, what does that mean? I'm not saying exercise, right? Everybody's like, I don't want to exercise. That's a scary word. What's the mental picture that you get with the word exercise? A lot of people think of middle school and gym. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to mean getting an expensive gym membership. It doesn't have to mean working out in a traditional setting, especially when you're first starting out. One of the tips or suggestions I think of that comes to mind that is really fun, and I did this at the very beginning of my journey, is get a Fitbit, right? Those are still popular, I think. I still see them. But some sort of device or program where you and a friend or a family member both have the same goal to start moving more. You want to choose somebody that's competitive. And maybe it's not just one person, maybe it's a group of friends or family members. Get them together and all jump in and get the same device and compete on a daily basis to get the maximum number of steps. Push each other, hold each other accountable. I think that's a really fun way to do it. I did that for my first year, and it really, really helped me tremendously. But definitely move. You want to have people in your group that are competitive, that are going to push you outside of your comfort zone. Another idea is meetup.com. It's pretty popular with all sorts of different ways or communities or interest groups. There's walking groups, there's hiking groups if you're more advanced, there's skiing or snowshoeing. There's all kinds of different groups out there. But I've been here. I live here in Spokane, Washington. I've visited many walking groups that are on there, and they're different. So you can go, if you do live in a community that has several different walking groups, go and date each one. Typically, these walking groups are free, it doesn't cost any money. And what I mean by dating them is go and check them out. See if they're people that relate to or enjoy walking with. Some of the groups are older individuals, some of them are younger individuals. It's just each group is different, a different feel, a different vibe, just like a gym. If you're looking to join a gym, every gym has a different vibe. They're attracting different types of people. They have a different genre. They have a different mythology. So you want to pick a walking club or a gym or a group of people that you vibe with, that you feel like you fit in, that they're your people. I know there's other social platforms, and as I was writing down my notes, I couldn't think of any. There might be, I'm pretty sure there's walking clubs or groups on Facebook and maybe other social platforms I'm not thinking of. But do your research, Google search. There's got to be something in your community, unless you live in a tiny little town. So another idea is get a pet, right? I know you're probably like, oh my gosh, all the work, but it's going to get your body moving. That's the point, is moving more. Get a dog, maybe not a dog that requires a whole lot of walking. I know when I got my dog, that's one of the things that I researched was a dog that had energy, but not too much energy. In fact, the dog I got is more like a cat than a dog. He loves to sleep, but he also does love his playtime. So you want a happy middle. So definitely research the breed, but also every animal is different. And again, it doesn't have to be movement that's in a gym setting. It could be just a walk around your block or your park, or, I know malls are starting to open up now, so you can just walk around the mall, or sometimes there's big common areas that you can just do laps in. But, especially if the weather is poor, you want to be able to have an inside walk and an outside walk planned, place that you like to adventure or try. Maybe learning to, depending on, your abilities, your skills, or your body and injuries, playing a sport, right? That might be a possibility, even if it's something simple, as long as you're standing. It doesn't mean that you have to do soccer. It could be one that you're just standing and maybe, doing, I don't know what it would be, honestly. I'm just trying to think of what it would be. I'm thinking like ping pong is still athletic. You've got to stand there. You've got to be fast. You've got to use your brain, and your brain burns calories too. So anything that gets you off the couch. Gardening is a great idea too. It doesn't have to be a full-fledged garden that produces fruits and vegetables. It could be a flower bed. Start small one year and then grow with each year. There's tons of free online exercises on YouTube. For me, this week, I decided I'm committing to 10 minutes of core exercises. So I have a Peloton. So I love the Peloton classes. And you don't have to have their expensive gym equipment to have their membership. It's an app, and there's tons and tons and tons. I actually searched yesterday for core exercise, and there's like 450. Like, there's so many options, so many choices. So I can work out at home, and I can wear what I want. I can have my hair a mess. I don't have to shower, and I can do my 10 minutes of workout, and nobody sees me. I love it. And I don't have to drive anywhere. It could be getting up from your seat, getting up from your desk, getting up from your couch, and just moving around in your house, vacuuming or cleaning or tidying up an area of the house, just picking one area, small area, and moving more. So even moving a little bit makes a big difference, more than what you're accustomed to. You want to make sure that you're not sitting more than 45 minutes stationary at a time, period. That's when insulin resistance starts kicking in. Your body slowly is slowing down. Your metabolism is slowing down. Your glutes are basically going to sleep. You're losing the muscle in your glutes, which is your butt, your legs. So you need to get up and move all the time. So if you do have a sit down job, make sure you set a timer or some way that look, at 1 o'clock was the last time I got up. So at 2 o'clock, I need to get up, get some fresh water, use the bathroom, do a couple stretches, do a little bit of moving, and then sit back down and go back to work. It's just a way of keeping your body moving, stay in action. So moving more with each day will help you lose weight, maintain a healthy weight as well, if maybe you're already at your ideal goal. But if you have body fat and it's around your waist, meaning your waist is larger than your hips, okay? That's the body fat that causes insulin resistance. That's the visceral fat. That's the fat that's around your organs. That's the fat that's going to cause all the health problems that we don't want. We want to avoid those. So what causes that? Being stressed out a lot, allowing stress to consume us. So learn how to manage your stress. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever you need to do to lower that stress. It's different for everybody. A lot of it for me is a lot of mental talk. That's why I'm saying it's okay. Let it go. Don't stress about this. It's not going to matter in a week. It's not going to matter in 3 years. Let it go. Poor sleep is another one. I used to struggle with that, and I don't anymore. I love my sleep. I value my sleep. My sleep is so important. That's when we recover, we reset, we repair our bodies. That's where the power is. So sleep is so important. You need to get continuous sleep every single night, going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time. I wake up almost every morning before my alarm. I love it. I get out of bed because I love my life. I have so much enjoyment in every day. So being sedentary is a huge, huge risk of visceral fat. Sitting on your butt, not moving. Get up, get a hobby, find a passion, do something that you enjoy. Find where your purpose is. Get out in the community, find it, share it, live life fully. Obviously, poor nutrition, we all know that, right? We can all improve on our nutrition. And any one of these or all of them or a couple of them might be an issue for you, and I get it. We all can improve in these areas. Moving more will obviously help you reduce your waist size. Just cover that. We want to get rid of that deadly visceral fat. It's around your heart, it's around your kidneys, your liver, it's around all your organs, and we need to get rid of it. It'll improve your blood pressure, improve your cholesterol levels, improve your mood. Who wouldn't want to be in a better mood, right? It'll also lower your stress. We need to lower our stress because that stress is not just like the stress that we're thinking of like, oh my God, the bills, oh my God, my family. No, I'm not talking about just that. It's the stress on the body. Even exercise, like the traditional form, going and working out when you're exhausted is stress on the body. It's not good for it. You need to listen to your body and rest and recover and work out on a day where you're not overly stressed or taxed. So, unless some people, though, I will say that work out in a way that rids their stress. So, that's different. That's therapeutic. We also, when we're moving our body more, lowers sadness. Truthfully, it really does. It lowers anxiety as well. We're moving our body, getting our heart rate up, feeling good, getting those endorphins, getting all those good hormones flowing in our body, which makes us feel better, make better decisions, get our brain functioning, loving life, enjoying and experiencing way more. So, again, enjoy life more. Especially if you're out in nature. Like, it's a really big thing. If the weather is allowing it and you live in an area we could safely walk, even if you have to drive somewhere, safely walk or bike or whatever, if you can be out in nature, it's 10 times better. Get out in nature, see animals, hear the sounds, look at the beautiful views, enjoy what nature has brought to us. It's so good for us mentally, physically, and emotionally. We also need to be meeting new people, establishing new connections, forming new relationships with new people. That is extremely healthy. And again, finding those friends that are competitive and want to get moving more and will encourage you and hold you accountability. So, what's really important is having planned activities. Okay. So, moderate intensity activities, that's like a brisk walk. It's a walk that you're able to walk, maybe talk a little bit, but not have like a conversation like I'm having with you right now. It might take a little bit of deep breath to talk, but you really, really need to get to a point where you're able to walk to a level that's hard to talk, right? That's where the change is happening. That's where it's going to make the biggest difference on that visceral fat that we want to get rid of. But you've got to plan it, right? You've got to schedule it. You've got to block that time out and honor it. Don't let anyone, I don't care, anyone impede on it. Show up, do it. But start small. And I know this is going to seem ridiculous. If you are not moving your body at all, start with 5 minutes a day. That's all. All I'm suggesting. Start with 5 minutes a day and then build up slowly. It might be 5 minutes a day for a week, it might be 2 weeks, and then build on that. But eventually, you want the goal to be 150 minutes a week. Chop it up however you want to do it. But ideally, you're moving your body every single day, at least 5 minutes. Even if you did, say, 5 minutes a day, 30 minutes tomorrow, 5 minutes a day after that. But make sure every day you're doing at least 5 minutes. Why? Because you're showing up every day. It's a habit. It's part of your identity. It's part of who you are. And once you create that habit and establish that identity, you're going to do it every day and it's going to last a lot longer. So one example of 150 minutes a day would be 30 minutes for 5 days a week. But again, you want to do 5 minutes those 2 other days that you're taking a break. Important. And you could just be stretching. You don't even have to necessarily be walking. You could be just sitting on the floor, trying to touch your toes or touch your knee. I can't touch my toes, so don't worry about it. Learning how to stretch your body and feel and learn and discover how flexible you are or you're not. Again, lots of YouTube videos out there that are free that'll help and teach you how to do that. All right, lots of activities really should be 10 minutes a day. But again, if you have 0, starting out at 5 is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Show up, accomplish that 5 minutes. You'll feel good. You'll feel proud. And here's what happens. Usually the hardest part is putting the shoes on. So once you get started, once that 5 minutes is up, you might feel like doing a couple more minutes. So that's the sweet spot where I'm hoping that you'll reach. But if not, if you do 5 minutes, know that Catherine would be proud of you. You want to build up a pace or an amount of time when your body is able and it feels good. Okay? Pain is not gain. We don't want pain. We do want a little discomfort, but not pain. Please don't cause yourself pain. Pain is not good. Pain is your body saying you're going too much, you're doing too much, it's hurting. Your body is signaling you to stop. Discomfort is good, but not pain. Spontaneous or unstructured activity is also really important to fold or weave throughout your week. And what I mean by that is moving your body more throughout the day. I kind of touched on that already, meaning don't sit more than 45 minutes at a stretch. Get up, move your body, stretch. Like right now, I'm at a stand-up desk. I love it. I'm able to push the desk down. I'm able to push the desk up. I'm able to stand or sit. Makes it, and it's only 100. I think I paid $120 on Amazon. When I first got this desk, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It might pinch me, it might hurt me, but it doesn't. It's great, it's amazing. So find ways to get up and move or stand more throughout your day. But again, start small. Don't go to the pain level. Discomfort is good. Now, hard to keep track of easily, but makes a big difference, right? When it's spontaneous, because it's like, well, 150 minutes of the planned activity was great, right? I told you to plan that out 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, or keep building on it. Spontaneous, you really can't keep track of it, but be mindful of it every day. Be like, morning, or say maybe it's 11 a.m., it's almost noon. Have I moved my body that much today? If you have stairs or a way to move your body more. Here's an example. A lot of us are working from home. So use the bathroom that's the furthest from you in the house. That's small. Seems insignificant, right? But it actually is. It's burning more calories. It's moving your body more. It's getting you up out of your desk. You can actually, after each meal, take a walk around your block or something. Just move your body more. All right, so often these activities are light, right? We're not raising the heart rate. You can talk while you do these activities, unlike the planned one where I told you it makes it a little difficult to talk. But when you're moving around in your house or your job, your work, or whatever, you're just lightly moving. Okay, so maybe cleaning, you might be doing a little gardening, you might be playing with the kids or the grandkids or throwing the ball for the dog, but you're not running, you're just throwing the ball, but you're standing. You're making an effort to be upright, out of the couch, not sedentary. So another idea is when you're visiting a place, going grocery shopping or something, make sure you park at a far away parking spot. Maybe not the farthest, but a far away one. It's going to prevent you from getting door dings, but it also gets your body moving more. Research suggests that replacing your sitting time with physical movement is important and helps your overall health. So what can you do to multitask? Okay, so here's an example. Get something that you can move your body while you're watching TV. Could be a stationary bike, could be a treadmill, could be, again, doing some sort of yoga or some sort of movement while you're watching your favorite TV program. So move your body in some way while you're doing something that you would typically just be lounging. And here's even better. Maybe when you're normally sitting TV, you're usually eating mindlessly, eating popcorn or chips or some sort of junk food. Now you're moving your body. So guess what? You're consuming less calories too. So yes, look into what it would take. There's all the time. Stationary bikes, treadmills, things, devices, doodads, different things all the time on Facebook Marketplace for sale. So look for one that's cheap or inexpensive. I know where I live, there was a bike across the street that was free. It doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't have to have electronics. It's just moving your body. So think back where there were times when you had more physical activity in your life. What were you doing? What were you enjoying? What can you do that's the same or similar that you can do now, right? Some people are really getting back into martial arts. I think that's great. That's fabulous. Not only are you moving your body, you're being motivated, you have accountability, but you're also protecting yourself from harm. So, what other sorts of activities have you loved to do in the past, or things that you wanted to learn? Maybe it's line dancing, maybe it's some sort of dancing, or I don't know. What is it that you can be a part of? And I know meetup.com has dancing clubs too. So, what works best for you, your schedule, and your needs? So I think, oh, I have a little bit more. Physical activity is one of the biggest, greatest bargains. Why? Because it's free. It doesn't have to cost money. Again, you don't have to have a gym membership. Yeah, I am suggesting you to maybe have some sort of doodad or device that's not a coat rack at home, but something to get you to move your body more. So here's a few benefits before I let you go. It'll give you more energy. You'll feel better. You'll look better. You'll sleep harder. By being more physically fit, it'll be easier to do daily tasks, right? It'll be easier to pick up things and do things. You'll live longer. You'll be able to do more things with your grandkids, your kids, your pets. You'll be able to go on more adventures and enjoy life greater. Bone density will be better. Muscle strength will be better. When you have more muscle mass, you're burning more calories. This leads to better joint health, flexibility, balance, and prevents you from breaking your bones. You want a lower risk of full-blown type 2 diabetes, or maybe getting your blood sugars under control. You want to avoid heart disease or stroke or heart attack, and obviously prevent the risk of cancer. When you're moving more, it also helps prevent brain function issues like Alzheimer's or other dementia or other mind-altering situations. That's one of the reasons why I'm extremely physically active and why I learn every day and why I read every day, to avoid that. So this helps lose weight, keep it off, get rid of that nasty visceral fat that we don't want. So realistically, you need a starting point. And what did I tell you? 5 minutes. That's all you need is 5 minutes. Start there and build onto it. Prevent the plateaus, because we don't want to stop. We don't want to get into a place where you're not changing. And that's what often happens when people jump in and want to do 2 hours of workout in a day. Well, you don't have anything to build on. But if you start small and keep building, your body won't adapt. It'll keep being challenged and you'll keep shedding that body weight. But make sure you're keeping track of your activities so you know how much you're doing, so you can add on and build on. Again, plan your exercises so you know, you block out the time, you honor that time, you show up. But most of all, make sure that your doctor approves you moving your body more. If you're looking at being more intense and joining a gym, I 1000% recommend hiring a personal trainer to learn how to move your body properly with correct form, prevent injuries, and enjoy it. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching this entire video. Please comment below, message